Hey, this is Dan, and we're back again for more mandolin madness. Excuse the lack of varnish here on the mandolin. This is a new one, and it's strung up in the white, getting all the kinks and things kind of worked out of it, getting it set up, getting the neck shape finalized. So that's what I'm playing here. And today I want to talk about right hand technique as it relates to tone production and speed and cleanliness and all that nice stuff. So let's dig right in. A really important thing, first off, is to have the instrument angle properly set up. So whether you're playing with a strap or if you're sitting down, you need to have the headstock of the instrument up higher than the heel of the neck. So we need this upward angle, and I don't know if you can see it very well here, but my left leg is higher than my right one, and that's important. The point, the upper point rather, sits on the upper leg, and it kind of creates this nice angle. So what that does really, separate from just making you look cool. You couldn't look any cooler having a mandolin anyways, but it sets you up for the pick interacting with the strings in the right way here. So the front edge of the pick, we need that to contact the strings first. So you can see here, if I pick down this way, the front edge of the pick is going to touch the strings first. What we don't want, I know that, I'm going to maybe get some flack for this, or people claim this is a matter of preference, but I don't recommend people playing so that the pick strikes the string flat. It tends to hang up on the strings. It tends to sound slappy. So what I like to see is the front edge of the pick hitting first with the downstroke. Now, this is a double beveled blue chip pick here, and so it's made this way so that with the upstroke, the back edge of the pick contacts the string. So what you get is this really nice picking mechanic where the pick doesn't hang up on the string. So that's just for starters. As far as pick grip, I like to see a closed hand. Aside from people playing my mandolins with open hand and scratching the varnish with their nails, I think playing with an open hand, your fingers get in the way. I know some very good players play with an open hand. That's fine. If you're starting out, though, I would just start right from the beginning with a nice, relaxed, closed hand. You're not going to squeeze or clench. You don't want any tension in this right hand. So this is what my right hand looks like. And so this is what I recommend. For actual movement, we want the wrist to do the work. You'll notice that the bony part right here of my wrist grazes behind the saddle. This is a reference point for picking. This is really important. If you try to float above like this, you'll get lost in outer space, and the Earth's gravity will not be able to bring you back. So I recommend having some contact here. I dig that. Also, yeah, so people want to go faster, right? You want to pick faster, and that's great. But there are some things overlooked with speed that aren't necessarily directly related to speed, so I want to talk about that. A really good exercise is to practice dynamics with the right hand. So if you just take a 4/4 time, some 16th notes, a nice comfortable pace for you. So something like this. Okay, and what we're gonna do is start super quiet, whisper quiet, like barely audible. We're gonna start playing 16th notes. And then we're gonna get a little louder. And a little louder. And a little louder. And even louder. And even louder if you can. And then back down. And then back down. Back down. And again down. Okay, you get the idea. Have patience with that. Key into the evenness. You want your upstroke to sound the same as the downstroke. Think about a snare player. Da 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 da. Right? It's not da 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 da. You hear a lot of that. You want evenness. Okay, so listen to that upstroke. Also listen to your rhythmic balance. You don't want da 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 da. You hear, you know, if you play a lot of fiddle tunes, you've played bluegrass, everything swings, right? So you tend to emphasize the downstroke, but that can leave you with a weak upstroke. So do this exercise even, and really focus on getting those notes even. Now you can work that up in speed, but don't get carried away with speed. Try to stay relaxed. Yeah, that does a lot of good. That does a lot of good. You can take that and apply it to some basic scales, you know, so you can subdivide your scales. And make sure all that motion is coming from your wrist, all right? And when you reach that threshold where if you're playing a tune and it's getting too fast, do not resort to using your arm. That will create this nice ceiling for you that that'll be very hard to get over once you've created it. So stick with, you know, keep up the work with the wrist, and you want evenness, you want good tone. Push through the string when you play. You don't want to skim the top of the string and get a thin sound, right? You want that nice fat big sound, right? So leave me some comments if you have suggestions about what you want to see, or if you have any questions about these videos. Hit me up, send me an email, leave me a comment, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Give me some feedback, make fun of my clothes, you know, whatever you want, but let me know if this is helping you out at all, and I will see you guys next week with more Mandolin Madness.